Welcome to Reality Recital. Today, we're diving into a world filled with shadows, secrets, and the raw power of crime, the untold story of the Los Angeles Mafia. The glitz and glamour of Hollywood hides more than celebrity scandals. Underneath the bright lights, the La Mafia thrived, pulling the strings in ways the public would never know. So, who were the men behind the curtains? How did they operate? And what dark secrets did they take to the grave? Unlike its East Coast counterparts, the LA Mafia's rise was subtle, yet ruthless. It all began in the 1920s, when Sicilian immigrants arrived in California, bringing old-world traditions with them. These early mobsters sought out opportunities in a new territory, aiming to stake their claim far from the shadows of the New York Five families. The man who led this charge was Jack Dragna, an Italian immigrant who would establish the Los Angeles crime family and set the stage for decades of influence. But unlike the New York bosses, Dragna operated carefully, choosing to collaborate with Hollywood executives, unions, and even the police. This wasn't just crime, it was a strategic takeover of the LA underworld. As the film industry exploded, the Mafia saw Hollywood as the perfect cover and source of income. They offered protection services to studios and powerful figures in exchange for cash and influence. The mob became intertwined with the industry, making silent deals with famous producers and even actors. They made millions off the unions, racketeering, and gambling rings within the city's elite. And when someone got in their way, they simply disappeared. Dragna's reach extended to Las Vegas, where he helped set up one of the first major crime syndicates. Hollywood's golden age was financed by mob money, a partnership that made the Mafia one of LA's quiet, untouchable rulers. In the 1940s, the La Mafia encountered a new problem: Mickey Cohen. A brash and violent mobster from New York, Cohen was ruthless, unpredictable, and willing to defy Dragna's orders. Their feud would reshape LA's underworld, with both sides engaging in violent ambushes, street shootouts, and night bombings that terrorized the city. Their bitter rivalry divided the La Mafia, and Cohen, who famously wore a bulletproof vest everywhere he went, refused to back down. He even taunted the LAPD, flaunting his wealth and connections. This feud exposed the Mafia to the public eye, pushing them into the spotlight they had tried so hard to avoid. With Cohen and Dragna's brutal war spilling into the streets, the LAPD created an elite task force to monitor and dismantle the Mafia's operations. This unit, known as the Gangster Squad, operated almost as covertly as the Mafia itself. They used unconventional, often illegal tactics to keep the city's criminals in check. Some would say they became just as ruthless as the men they were chasing. The Gangster Squad went so far as to plant evidence and intimidate witnesses. The line between law and crime blurred, creating a dangerous game where anyone, mobsters or officers, could end up dead. By the 1950s, the FBI began to see Los Angeles as a significant hub for organized crime, turning their attention to the Mafia's influence in California. J. Edgar Hoover himself became involved, directing resources to bring down key figures. Hoover's FBI saw the La Mafia as a threat to national security, linking them with other crime families on the East Coast. What followed were high-profile arrests and crackdowns. Wiretaps, secret informants, and surveillance were used to slowly unravel the Mafia's hold on LA. The FBI played a game of cat and mouse, closing in on the LA crime family one step at a time. As the FBI tightened its grip, many of the original LA mobsters were either arrested, killed, or forced to flee. By the late 1960s, the LA Mafia's influence had all but disappeared, buried under years of conflict, betrayal, and federal pressure. But their legacy remains. The La Mafia left an indelible mark on the city. They influenced everything from Hollywood unions to Vegas casinos, building a dynasty that, while now mostly forgotten, helped shape Los Angeles into the city it is today. Though the La Mafia is gone, their story lives on, a reminder that beneath every city's surface, secrets lie waiting to be uncovered. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the shadowy world of the La Mafia. If you enjoyed this deep dive, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode of Reality Recital. What mysteries would you like us to explore next? Leave a comment below. Until then, stay curious and keep questioning reality.